Hi everyone, in this video I'm going to share with you 30 Canva tips that can completely transform your design and also so that you use all the possible features for free and know how to do it efficiently. So without any further ado, let's just get started. First, we're gonna go to the background remover, and there's so much you can do with this and it can change your design so quickly. So all you need to do is to choose an image, click on the image, go to edit image, and then go to background remover. Now, if you don't have Canva Pro, no problem, I can help you out. What we will do, we would go to Adobe Background Remover, and in there we would upload the image, and then we can transport that image into easy. You will have to sign up here, but it's free. So this tutorial I'll show you how to kind of work around not using Canva Pro, even though I personally use it. I know that it took me some time to decide that, so you really don't have to. Once we remove the image, we can do lots and lots of things with it. For example, I can remove the image and then I can put some background behind it that's animated. So it creates interest. So that's especially good if I have, for example, a product and I can't see any good products here. Maybe let's go to the elements, and then I can just put the product on the display and kind of have a nice background. So let's say I have this product, then I would remove the background for it. I'll just have to wait a little bit, and then I can create a lot of different designs really quickly for example, for my Facebook ads, and I can change the backgrounds, and that can have a dramatic effect, whether it's pink or blue. People react to it differently. So here we would have our product here, maybe we would have a model, maybe we wouldn't, depends. And then this is how it would look like. And I can go to here and type in minimal, for example, and then go to videos. And then here I can choose all kinds of videos that would, be eye pleasing for me. So let's say I like this one. Maybe I delete the model and just add my product in the middle. And then I have it run. So really quickly, we achieve something really magical. And of course, it doesn't have to be an animated background. It could be just a normal background. So I could type in shadow and then, well, these are really nice. So I usually get a little bit distracted by them, but also you can use a different background and just have your product like this. And that also adds you the ability to create more images quickly, and for businesses it's very important. Okay, next up we have an outline, and this I actually found out really recently. I didn't know you can do this on Canva, and it's extremely easy. So first we have a product or whatever thing that we have the background removed, and this is actually what I did with myself and my dog. And then what we're going to do is we're going to click on the image, go to edit image, and then we're going to go to shadows and choose glow. So now you can't see an outline because we have to make some adjustments. So let's say I want it white, and then I can increase the size, increase the transparency, decrease the blur, and here we have a perfect outline, super, super fast, a lot faster than I would be able to do this on Photoshop, to be honest. So yeah, to me it blows my mind, and then I can change the color like this. It's crazy how easy this is, and it creates a cool effect. Also something more advanced and something that most people don't know how to do on Canva. Next up we have the blur. So as you can see, this background is actually created from my model. All I need to do is I'm going to duplicate the image, then I'm going to go to edit image, and then I'm going to go to blur. Again, this is free on Canva, so no problems there. And now I can choose how I want to do it, whether I want to do the whole image, maybe I want to just blur some parts of it. So then I would click blur and then just do it manually. Obviously this is time consuming, and you will have to be careful around the edges. One way I would personally do it, and this is kind of cheating, but it works. So what I would do is I would first, let me just create a new page. So let me choose, okay, never mind, this can be the model. I'm gonna edit the image and I'm gonna remove the background. So it's really busy at the edges, so I don't know how this is gonna work, to be honest. We're gonna have to just wait and see. This is a lot for Canva to process, to be honest. If it's gonna work, I'm gonna be personally surprised. But basically, I would remove the background first when it loads. Come on, come on, Canva, you can do it. Or I would go to Adobe and remove it here. But usually I just do it on Canva because it's easier. While I'm waiting, let me just choose another image just in case, because I am a little worried that's a little too busy maybe. Ideally, when you remove the background, you want something like this, that the background is kind of like there's nothing there. So then when you choose the background remover, it's a lot faster. Okay, so actually this is pretty nice and I'm pretty impressed with it. I mean, Canva surprises me every day. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put this image and I'm gonna blur it out. Where's my blur? So I'm just gonna blur the whole image. Usually when you click auto, it just blurs everything. Yeah, so I'm just gonna make it intense, apply, and then I'm gonna send it back to, it's not working. Okay. I don't know why it's not working. This one has to be forward. Weird. Okay. No idea why this is like this. Canva just decided that's, I mean, this is clearly on the top. Come on, Canva. Great. Yeah, I don't know why it's not working at the moment, but let's just do it with this image so that I can show you. So I have the two images. Let me do the same thing. Let me blur. Oh, sorry. Too fast. Let me just blur it out because I really want to show you this effect. Choose auto again. Here, maybe I can do it even more intensely. And then I'm just gonna put it on top of her. So I'm gonna choose this, this is the tool that just decided today. It's not gonna work. Has never happened to me before, but this is always happening when you're recording something. Yeah, no idea. Just not working, Canva, please help me. Yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to show this. I mean, but to be fair, I don't know. Another thing we could do is, I don't know if you saw what I did, but I just decreased the transparency of the image and then I use it as a background. Again, you don't need to decrease the transparency, but this is the blur. That's exactly what I did. And I actually have the blur here as well. And if I increase the transparency, you can see it. But sometimes I like to have like a little background like this. And here I want to show you another thing, which is if you use, for example, filters on Lightroom and you feel like your filter is a little bit too much, or I actually just used a Canva filter here. So I just went to adjustments, changed the tint, and then added some saturation, contrast, brightness. So I made this, and then of course it doesn't look natural. So to make it look more natural, I will put this image, the original image, on the top. I'll select both images and I'll position them center and middle to make sure, and then the top image I'll just decrease the transparency and see where I like it and how much I like it. So if I want a little bit of something, a little bit of color, that's how I would do it. And if you use Lightroom presets, even better and even more options there. But as you can see, this is the edited, this is the before. And finally, we have, they've decided to make it work. So basically what I do is I have the blurred background in the background and then the girl at the top. And I can do the same with this, I think. Sometimes when you add it like this, it kind of goes into the background, and all you need to do is detach image from background. So this way we have it here. And then I'm gonna send it to the back, and as you can see, this is the final effect. So we have the blurry backgrounds in the background and we have the model nice and sharp. Maybe you feel like it's a little bit too sharp, then I would go to edit image again, choose glow, glow, and then with the glow, I would add just a little bit of blur. So I'll go to the settings, and here it's kind of nice to create cool effects as well, like the shadows and stuff. Like if I decrease the transparency and add like a nice drop shadow behind the model, I think that looks really nice. And then you have to decrease the blur, increase the blur, like all that. So kind of play around with it. You could also just choose color, pick a color from the image itself and kind of create that effect for yourself. I'm gonna increase, so you have this like nice crazy underlaying thing. You can decrease the blur. Oh, this is too much. And just see what works for you. So we said to increase the blur, and then I would just choose the background color to kind of add to it. And here, so this is my color. And here I have something like this. I can decrease the transparency and kind of edit it like that. I can also add more blur in the blur tool that I showed you before. I can also decrease the transparency if I feel like it's appropriate, so it's my model is a little bit more washed out. So many ways to do this. Okay, next up, let's move forward, is the shortcuts. So shortcuts are extremely important for anything, whether it's Photoshop or Canva, to make your work quicker, easier. So control or command, so control for PC users and command for Mac users. So I'm using Mac, so that's what I'm gonna do. So these are all the different controls, the shortcuts, but honestly, if you just Google it, and I will link an article below where you can find more shortcuts than this. So I can just click all these things, and so control, can't see it, but it was control shift and K, and it makes my text uppercase immediately. Move layer forward, again, control alt and this, and you actually see some of the shortcuts here. So that's how I usually learn them. And so there's a lot of more. So let's say it's a rectangle, I can just click R and it appears. Or let's say I want a circle, then I will just click C and it would become a circle. It would appear as a circle. So really so many things that can help you. Like for example, now I'm clicking Command Z to undo, and copy and paste, and all of these you probably know, we use them all the time. Now to scale, it's kind of important to know. So it's either Alt or Option, and basically what it does, it allows you to scale from both sides and make it equal, and you don't mess up the image. If I scaled clicking Shift, for example, then it's one size, and if I just don't do anything, that's how it looks like. So I usually like to use Option key to kind of make everything bigger faster. And I'm not gonna spend time on this, but basically you can have a text box by clicking T, and there's so many other options. Now, text effects, really important. So this is a really cool one, neon, and it's very trendy, and you just have to literally click neon and it's there. Choose the intensity if you want. Another thing I would just want to mention is that neon looks best if the color, the main color of the text is light and the background is dark. If you do it other way, it just doesn't look good, but and that's something that you would probably figure it out. But like, let me just show you what I mean. So let's say I can't even see the effect. So it's really better. Well, this is kind of good. This isn't dark enough, but this, for example, I can't see the effect. And then if I change the color of the text itself to purple, let's say, it just doesn't look good because you really can see the frame of it. And I mean, unless you like this effect, that's also completely fine. And to curve the text, which I don't really like using this one because I feel like it curves the text weird, but you could curve it here. So don't maybe check it out, try different things. Usually it works best if it's a short text. Longer texts don't look as good. More fonts. So you can actually get a lot of free fonts if you go to Google Fonts and just download the font that you like. And a lot of handwritten fonts, or if you want to buy some fonts from Etsy, let's have a part 2 for you, which is going to include all the other things, and I'm going to link it below. Thank you so much for watching, and see you in the next one.